5 days after the shooting down of the Ukrainian airliner and the killing of all 176 on board, the first sign of Iranian accountability. In the weekly briefing by Iran's judiciary, which was also the first media conference since the disaster, confirmation of the first arrests, but no details on who they are.
A vast investigation is underway and many people have been questioned and some people have been arrested. The investigation is still ongoing.
President Hassan Rouhani is describing the downing of the Boeing 737 as an unforgivable error. It happened while Iranian air defenses were on alert, soon after the firing of a barrage of missiles at a U.S. base in Iraq. The Iranian leadership has faced 3 days of protests for denying involvement in the airliner attack. As international pressure grew, the Revolutionary Guard eventually admitted on Saturday that the jet was shot down by mistake. Rouhani says anyone responsible will be punished, but no single person could be blamed.
This incident was without precedent in the history of our country. There has never been a time when a person in charge of our air defense systems or an officer has committed such an error against a passenger plane in the country's capital and so close to the international airport. While sympathizing with all the dear families that were hit by this major tragedy, I tell them that we will continue this path until discovering all the aspects of the incident and punishing those involved.
Rouhani is also dealing with another problem. 3 European countries have triggered a dispute process which could mean more sanctions. Britain, France, and Germany say the Iranians aren't complying with their commitment to the 2015 nuclear agreement to limit its nuclear development. The European signatories to the deal have been pressured to abandon it since the United States withdrew in May of 2018, then reimposed sanctions to damage Iran's oil-dependent economy. The Europeans say triggering their dispute is not aimed at reimposing UN sanctions.
The aim of this mechanism is to resolve issues relating to the implementation of the agreement within the framework of the Joint Commission. I think it has to be clear that the objective is therefore to find solutions and return to full compliance within the framework of this agreement.
Iran announced its latest step to cutting its commitment to the deal by lifting restrictions on uranium enrichment earlier this month. The latest nuclear announcement won't do anything to ease high tensions between Iran and the United States. Following the U.S. assassination of the head of Iran's Quds Force, Qasem Soleimani, in Baghdad 2 weeks ago, Iran has warned it will force all U.S. troops out of the Middle East at all costs. Iran's foreign ministry says it will have a firm and serious response to any destructive measures taken by the remaining signatories of the deal. Iran finds itself yet again on the defensive, trying to find a solution between the disputes it has with the remaining signatories of the JCPOA, because the alternative could have far-reaching ramifications throughout the Middle East. Dorsa, Jabbari, Al Jazeera, Tehran.